Most people spend their entire lives trying to make more money, but billionaires spend their lives trying to think differently. That's the real secret. It's not just the strategies, the businesses, or the investments. It's the mindset behind every decision they make. And today, I'm going to show you how to think like a billionaire, even if you are starting with zero. Welcome back to Rich Map, the place where we break down the money mindsets, habits, and strategies that actually lead to wealth. In today's video, we are diving deep into the billionaire mindset, how they think, how they make decisions, how they solve problems, and how they create opportunities that most people never see. If you want to level up your thinking, your confidence, and your financial future, this video is for you. Let's get started. Most people believe billionaires are different because of the money they have, but the truth is, they had the mindset long before they ever had the money. Wealth is a result of thinking on a different level. So let's break down the core mental shifts that separate billionaires from everyone else. The first shift is thinking long-term. Billionaires do not chase quick wins. They are not worried about what happens next week or even next year. They think in decades. When most people make decisions based on instant gratification, billionaires make decisions that will benefit them 10 or 20 years from now. They understand compound growth of money, skills, relationships, and ideas. If you want to think like a billionaire, start extending your time horizon. Stop asking, how can I win immediately? And start asking, how can I build something that keeps winning for years? The second shift is valuing leverage. Billionaires rarely rely on their own effort alone. They know one person cannot do everything, but systems can. Teams can. Capital can. Technology can. While the average person thinks, how can I do this myself? A billionaire thinks, how can I get this done without me? That mindset is how big things get built. If you want to think like a billionaire, start identifying what tasks you should be doing and what tasks should be done by tools, systems, or other people. Leverage multiplies everything. The third shift is embracing risk, but in a calculated way. Billionaires are not reckless, but they are bold. They understand that avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all. Most people want certainty, so they stay small. Billionaires seek opportunities, even if they come with uncertainty. What matters is managing the downside. They do not jump blindly. They study the risk, prepare for it, and then take action. If you want to think like a billionaire, stop letting fear make decisions for you. Start making decisions based on potential, not comfort. The fourth shift is thinking in terms of value, not cost. While most people ask, how much will this cost me? Billionaires ask, how much value will this create? A billionaire could spend $100,000 on a system, a mentor, or a product if the return is 10 times higher. To them, money is a tool, not something to be protected. This mindset alone can transform your life. When you stop looking at price and start looking at value, you make better decisions that move you forward. The fifth shift is obsession with learning. Billionaires are intense learners. They read, they study, they analyze, they ask questions. They are constantly upgrading their thinking because they understand that money follows knowledge. They do not see learning as a chore, they treat it as a competitive advantage. If you want to think like a billionaire, feed your mind obsessively. Study your industry, learn new skills, understand markets, understand people, understand yourself. The smarter you become, the more opportunities you will recognize. The sixth shift is focusing on solving big problems. Billionaires do not get rich by solving tiny problems. They solve problems that impact millions of people. That's why their ideas scale. A billionaire mindset asks, how can I help more people? How can I impact more lives? How can I create something that solves a large-scale need? If you want to think like a billionaire, start asking bigger questions. Do not think small, expand your vision. The seventh shift is emotional discipline. Billionaires understand that emotions can destroy wealth. Impulse decisions, fear-based decisions, and ego-driven decisions can ruin everything. So they stay calm under pressure. They think logically, not emotionally. They do not panic when things go wrong, and they do not get overly excited when things go right. They stay balanced, stable, and strategic. If you want to think like a billionaire, start mastering your emotions. The calmer your mind, the clearer your decisions. The eighth shift is taking full responsibility. Billionaires do not blame the economy, the government, or other people for their situation. They take ownership. They believe that their results are their responsibility. This mindset gives them power, because if you created the problem, you can create the solution. If you want to think like a billionaire, start taking responsibility for everything in your life. Responsibility equals control. The ninth shift is thinking in terms of opportunities, not obstacles. Most people see problems and immediately think, this is too hard. Billionaires see the same problems and think, where is the opportunity? Their brains are trained to look for solutions, not excuses. If you want to think like a billionaire, start asking yourself, what is the opportunity here? What can I learn, build, or gain from this situation? The 10th shift is believing in abundance. Billionaires do not think in limits. They believe there is always more money, more opportunities, more room to grow. This belief fuels creativity and confidence. The average person thinks wealth is a competition. Billionaires think wealth is a creation. Once you learn these mental shifts, everything in your life changes. You start making bold decisions. You start taking bigger steps. You start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. You start thinking like a creator instead of a consumer. And that's when financial growth becomes inevitable. If you found value in this video, make sure to subscribe to Rich Matt for more mindset, money, and success content that will help you build the life you want. Thinking like a billionaire does not start with money, it starts with your mind. Apply these shifts, stay consistent, and watch your results transform. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.